at the WTT Champions event in Frankfurt.
Ready, love, 1.
Great outcome for Batra, making the quarter-final in Montpellier. Now it's about building on that, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, the first ever Indian to do that, reaching the last 8 at one of the most exclusive events in world table tennis.
They both made the quarter-final stage in Montpellier. Shin Yubin beaten by Miwa Harimoto.
Her and Miwa Harimoto, the contender queens in 2023. That was Shin's breakthrough year, and I mean, this year struggled a bit more, despite, gotta say, having a great Olympics, winning that bronze in mixed doubles with Im Jong-hoon and getting to the semi-finals in women's singles. She's fulfilled her potential.
Love, 5.
Great start from the Korean here. She's not over-committing, not continuously attacking into Manika Batra.
5-1.
So 5-1 early on in this 5th meeting between Shin Yubin and Manika Batra. As I mentioned earlier, Shin 3-1 up in the head-to-head. But it was close at the Asian Championships recently. 3-2. One of the things that's always interesting to consider when you look at head-to-head records, when you have a player taking on somebody who's almost a decade older than them, is the older players' victories. When did they happen? In this case for Batra, it was a couple of years ago.
1-7.
When Shin was still a teenager. What do you make of it so far?
I'm surprised how one-sided the scoreline is. I don't think Batra's playing very well at the moment. I expect to see it change. I expect to see it tighter than what we have so far in the first game.
It's a strange start, isn't it? A couple of loose points maybe coming to her aid.
Better there from Shin Yubin. More composed the way that she put that one away. What was that?
Goodness. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what you were talking about, that quality that Batra has. We didn't necessarily see it over the first several minutes, but that was a reminder.
I think the Indian has been trying to play with a little bit too much precision. She can play the mid-regions of the table.
4-9.
We call the backhand of Batra long pimples, but a more, let's say, specific label would be anti-spin. Whatever you give it, she counteracts.
9-6.
Apart from if the ball into it is no spin, in which case she has to give a no spin ball back. Unless she twiddles, putting the inverted rubber on the backhand to punch or to spin over.
6-10.
Shin has been serving intelligently here.
And all of that has taken her to 4 game points.
11-6.
I think perhaps that there is a fair amount more to come. You're watching the WTT Champions event.
Love 1.
So I ask you the question that Batra no doubt will have asked herself and probably will have answered for herself. What next? What to change?
1 all.
She just hasn't been able to find the consistency with her pimple play, Manika Batra. She hasn't pivoted either and played her forehand counter as well as she has been this year.
2-1.
It's funny how winning a game can sometimes be bad for you, and Shin Yubin has to expect a response here. She can't just think, oh, I'm really happy that I won that first game, how I did. I hope it continues like that. She has to think, okay, Batra was below par in that last one.
2 all.
It's something that one often sees in all forms of racket sport, is the danger of an almost relaxation from the player who's taken the first game as they move into the next, or the first set, or the first whatever.
3-2.
Shin is being good here because she's keeping the start of the rally floaty, and then Batra is giving her obviously that no spin ball back off the pips, and then Shin can drive through. That's what Shin's going to look to keep doing here.
3 all.
Batra will have to pivot occasionally to play her forehand from backhand. She'll have to twiddle to try and make Shin Yubin a little bit more hesitant. See if Batra reverts back to the tomahawk serve, whether she serves backhand. I've got a few tricks up her sleeve. Here, more classic pendulum.
4-3.
She's adapting here, Manika Batra.
Yes, this is a changed dynamic to the match. Can the Indian player keep this going?
3-5.
She looked a little mystified by that, didn't she?
Same service motion from Shin Yubin, good deception. Sends that shovel serve long and deep. Quite quick as well. Perfect play for Manika Batra, who I think had a fantastic event at the Saudi Smash. She beat Wang Manyu.
Apology from Manika Batra, but she's in a much stronger position in this match now, looking as though she's started to work out how to get beyond her.
Shin
Yubin has to be wary here not to fall into the trap. If Batra gives her an attackable serve, that's probably because Manika wants Shin Yubin to topspin, which then Batra can turn into a loaded backspin ball. This is the tricky thing. The attacker will sometimes do better if they don't attack a ball, which they normally would.
6.
And these are the kind of things that we have a lot of time to sit around and chat about, and they have a split second to contemplate.
Yeah.
all.
Better from Shin Yubin. She draws it to 7 apiece.
Great commitment there from the Korean. Timeout from Batra.
8-7.
Very interesting dynamic to this game.
It's nervy. You can feel it brewing here in the Infinity Arena. Oh, there was nothing hesitant about that though from Shin Yubin. Dispatches it with the backhand flick.
It's always the way, isn't it? Every time a commentator says something's nervy, you then get one of the most decisive bits of shot making you'll ever see. That was tough on her.
8-9.
Met it, but had no position.
Yeah, tough one to adapt to, particularly with the backhand there. Nice put away though from Manika Batra. This is a huge moment. What will Shin serve?
9
And it is Shin Yu-bin who wins that enormous point, with Batra contemplating what might have been. 9-all.
Batra has to try and find a better answer to the long float serve coming into a backhand. It's allowing Shin in.
Cleverly done.
10.
2 big points won by Shin Yu-bin. She has game point.
This was fantastic shot selection there from Shin. Just noticed a shift in Batra's body weight.
Well, that was a surprise.
There, Batra managed to test the in and out footwork. And Shin came up the back of the ball that didn't warrant it. She knows it.
She's going to get another chance, though. Second game point for Shin Yu-bin. And again, not able to convert.
Managing to keep the ball fairly shallow on the table.
Can Batra engineer a game point of her own?
11-12.
I was about to ask the question, are we at a turning point in the match? But the answer is not quite yet. One more opportunity at least for Shin Yu-bin. That's one of those games, isn't it, that as a player you're just relieved to get through, happy to have picked up the win. 11-6, 13-11 thus far.
1 love.
Just needs a really quick positive start, doesn't she, Batra?
Love 2.
Very fast serve with the backhand there from Batra. Forcing Shin Yu-bin to enter the storm right away.
1-2.
Two apiece now.
Some top spin on the serve there, the shovel serve from Shin. Very subtle, that change.
Two, three.
She holds her hand up in apology. You talked about needing to have the almost brutality to finish this off. Displayed it there.
Yeah, didn't overthink it. And there, a nice kind of fading shot from Shin Yu-bin. Very relaxed there. Good receive against the tomahawk serve. Bit of flair in the attack from Shin Yu-bin. You don't always see that. That's the area for a game that she's been wanting to develop, because she's been focusing so intensively on the basics, the fundamentals, getting that scaffold right of her game. Now it's about adding the more flamboyant stuff to it.
And that is, of course, when you bring in, as we see, a wonderful shot from Shin Yu-bin, that most difficult of things to play against, which is unpredictability.
That's right. It's about who can adapt better. You can be unpredictable. You make it more difficult for your opponent to do that.
You talked about her focusing on the basics. The limitation of unpredictability is that if you don't have the consistency that comes with it, it's a weak form of unpredictability. It's of no use to you.
Yeah, that's right. The middle ground is more important than being creative, but if you can add those sparkles on top, It's a recipe for success.
7-3.
And she's moving quite peacefully through this game. Looking very relaxed, isn't she?
She is. She's enjoying the process here now.
Seven, 4.
Yes,
4-8.
nicely played once more by Shin Yubin, who really hasn't done a great deal wrong in this game.
She hasn't, but I must say, although the pimple style seems to be the most safe choice anyway, Batra has been a little bit too passive. I would have liked to have seen more risk from her. A few more twiddles, a few more pivots, a few more aggressive punches with the long pips down the line. But Shin has been
4-9.
performing in this match, I think, better than expected.
Yeah, just wouldn't let up for a moment. The kind of ruthlessness necessary.
Some away from the table chopping there from Batra. Trying to play some Jung-Se Hyuk style stuff, but Shin Yubin, 6 match points.
10-5.
She's given herself plenty of breathing space here in a performance that has been really very assured. I think many anticipated this could be a back and forth contest.
6,
Batra
10.
is doing her level best to make it that, to try to rally late in this match. Still 4 match points. She has it.
11-6.
And she
Game
wins
match
it
to
well.
Shin. Shin wins 3 games.
That's
to
very
none.
comfortable looking from Shin Yubin. What a fine display.